Hello and welcome to Feast One's Eyes on Watches.
This is a Vostok Komandirskei. I bought this watch off eBay for £33, and for £33 I think you're getting an interesting watch. So let's have a look at some of the features of this watch. Vostok, the watch company, was founded in Kristopol, Russia in 1942. And in 1949, the company introduced their first mechanical watches. In 1965, Vostok was the official supplier of watches to the Soviet Ministry of Defense. The watches that they supplied have a mark on them, and that is 3A KA3MOCCCP.
The case on the watch actually looks like it's steel now. Some years ago I think they used to be brass. However, the bezel round the outside is definitely chromed, and if you look at this, it actually rotates as well.
The glass in the watch is acrylic, and the acrylic part on here helps with the water resistance. The face on the watch, as you can see, is white on the centre, and then it has a slight blue tinge going around the outside. The numbers on the watch are 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all in black. And as you can see just above the numbers, there are some lume pips. At the 12 o'clock position is the coat of arms, and the coat of arms has two eagles' heads on it and a claw holding a sceptre. And as you can see, that's in gold and in red. Now all of these look printed, as does the Komandirski name on here and the red star below. The hands on the watch are black, and down the centre of them is some lume. The ends of each of the hands are finished in like a pencil shape. Looking at the second hand is in red and goes down to quite a nice needle point and sweeps down just to the second track around the outside. As I've mentioned before, you've got a red star, so the red second hand complements that, and there's a little bit of red just in the coat of arms as well. And also just above here
at the 12 o'clock, 50 and 40 markers are some red as well. The bezel on the watch is finished in chrome, and at the 12 o'clock it's got a red pip. Then you've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 all the way around, and it's got an interesting grip to it as well. As I mentioned before, I believe the case on the watch is steel, and if you have a look at the side of it here, it's finished and polished to a very, very good standard. And there's no sharp edges anywhere on this. The crown on the watch is unsigned, but it's a screw down crown, and it's got crown guards on there as well. And if I turn the watch just over to the opposite side, you can have a look at the high standard of polish on this, and again it is finished to quite a good standard.
To adjust the hands on the watch, you have to first of all unscrew the crown, make sure that it's all the way out, pull it out to its final click, and you can hear that just clicking over, and then it will just adjust quite well. And while I'm adjusting it and pulling it out, you can see that the second hand still sweeps around, so the watch will not hack. Push it all the way back in and turn it clockwise to lock this back down. The Vostok Komandirskei has a date complication, and as you can see, this is an unframed window, and it's just on the 11 at the moment. I've unscrewed the crown because I want to show you just a little bit of a hack with this, and all I'm doing on this is just winding this around until it goes to the 12, and the date will change. And then if I take this back and go back again, it changes for you. So that saves you having to keep winding it all the way around for hours on end. So it's quite a nice, easy little hack. This is the loom on the Komandirskei watch. The case of this watch across here is 39mm. The thickness of the watch, including the domed acrylic glass on here, is 11.7mm. From lug to lug, it's 43.6mm, and the crown of the watch is 6mm.
I mentioned earlier that the glass in the watch here is acrylic. Now this is quite interesting because it kind of magnifies things just that little bit around and about, and it also helps with the water resistance as well. And under pressure the glass actually compresses and makes the watch that little bit more water resistant, so that's a really nice feature for the watch.
I've just turned the watch over onto the back so you can have a look at the back of it, and you can see that again you've got this coat of arms on the back, and it's again like the double-headed eagle holding the scepter just onto the one side, and then there's some Russian writing around as well. The back of the watch is screwed down, and it's got quite a unique seal towards this, and you have to take this seal ring off first, and then there's a rubber gasket underneath that actually seals this and makes it quite waterproof. So again, an interesting feature to the Komandirskei. The Vostok Komandirskei comes with what I think might be a leather strap. I'm not too sure what this is, but in between the lugs does appear it's 18mm. There is no taper on this. There's got a little bit of padding down here, and in the holes just at the bottom. And if I just take this around to the other side so you can have a look, and again a little bit of padding along here and down to an unsigned, looks like maybe stainless steel buckle. Just put the Vostok Komandirskei onto my wrist, and I have to say it does look very, very nice. It's one of those watches with the white face and just that blue little bit running around the outside. It looks attractive. The strap on here is actually quite comfortable, and it's quite generous as well. I've got a 7¼ inch wrist, and you can see that there's plenty of holes left for adjustment. So all in all, I think it looks quite a nice watch. Will the Vostok Komandirskei fit under the cuff? Well, have a look at this. It does. And the watch is only 11.7mm thick, so it does fit well. It doesn't snag anywhere, and I have to say it does look nice, so I have to give that a pass. Does the Vostok Komandirskei fit under the cuff with cufflinks? This time I've chosen some red cufflinks to go with the red star and a few of the red markings around and about, and I have to say it does look exceptionally nice. And I'd even say that this watch, you could wear this obviously for any occasion, but even if you're wearing this to an office or for a bit of a dress occasion, it doesn't look too bad at all. So I've got to give that a pass.
When it comes to matching the Vostok Komandirskei with some clothes, I think some nice casual clothes to start off with. So my first choice would be jeans, a nice light jacket and t-shirt. You could even go with a denim jacket as well. And if you wanted to go smarter, I don't see a problem with this, because a nice beige coloured jacket, blue tie and light blue shirt with this watch would look fantastic. The Vostok Komandirskei comes with a vast array of watch faces, and here are a few for you to have a look at. To sum up my review of the Vostok Komandirskei, this is quite a nice, unusual kind of watch. It's got, I believe, a stainless steel case. The bezel, yes, it's chrome around the outside, but as I've mentioned, you can change these. The date complication on it is quite unique, and it just takes that little bit of getting used to. I do like the face on it. It's got an acrylic crystal glass inside it as well. All right, but again, like as I've mentioned, that's for waterproofing. The watch strap is quite an unusual one, and I don't know what it's made of, but I think it's quite robust. So can I recommend this particular watch? Well, yes, I can. I think for £33 you're getting quite a nice little watch for it. So thank you again for watching this. Please remember that I'll be doing lots and lots of other reviews on other interesting watches in the near future. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you for watching this review. Please like and subscribe.